Hello YouTube. Today I'll be doing a review of the Angel Eye Spy DVR. Here's the nice box that it comes in. This model is the KS-750A. There are some reviews on the KS-650M, but I could not find anything on the internet concerning the KS-750A, and I have no clue of any information about the KS-760A. Comes in this nice box. This is not an opening, but the box I thought was so neat because it has a little magnetic front on it. So nice box, and I'm just gonna, here's all the stuff that comes in the box. The battery for the DVR is a cell phone type battery. Kind of show that it's 3.7 volt Li-ion battery. You can get these really cheap. First, let me recommend don't leave the battery in the DVR. It doesn't take a whole lot of time for it to drain all the power out the battery. So of course, go ahead and get you some spares. With this camera, I'll kind of show the camera real quick, and I'll get back to the camera in a moment. The back's not on it because I'm going to put the battery in it in a minute. Being a spy camera, it comes with this little bitty camera. If you notice, on the side here is threaded, and what that is for, you get these buttons right here. The buttons are threaded, and you pick out the size button that you want. You thread it on there. You use this bag of buttons and replace the buttons on your shirt, and then that forward you can stick the camera into one of the buttons, button loops on your shirt, and it matches up, and now you have a spy camera set up. Mention ahead that the camera works great. The DVR works great with this camera. There's no dropped frames, no matter which resolution that you use, so it works great with that. Also in the bag you get this micro, you can see that it's a micro HDMI, that's what I believe that is, with a USB on the other end. You also get a set of headphones, and you also get a remote control for the DVR. I'll go ahead and explain the remote now. It's very simple how the remote works. It's got lock and unlock, unlock and lock, which is kind of interesting. But if you press the unlock button, and it will start recording. While it's recording, the screen on the DVR will not turn on. But on the side of the DVR, one of these lights, it will be flashing. I think it's the little blue light, don't know which one it is right now, will be flashing. And then when you want it to stop recording, you press the lock button and it stops recording. When you do either lock or unlock, or per se record or stop recording, the DVR itself will vibrate. So if you have that in your pocket, you can feel a little vibration as it goes from the record mode to the standby or off mode. This works perfectly great. I think it's flawless in its operation. Now, the reason I bought this DVR was not to do any spy work, but I bought it to work with my Fatshark goggles, to record straight from the goggles through this little hole here, straight into the input, where you would plug actually this camera up right here into the input right here. So I had to buy a cable, and I got it off of AliExpress. This cable here, which does not come with the camera, but you need to, it has to have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts on it for the audio and video on both ends. So I had to kind of do a little bit of a search before I found the right cable, because any other cable will not work. And like I said, you plug the big end into your Fatshark goggles, and you plug this in to the DVR. And I like it because I keep the remote and I hang it on my my transmitter, or for say my remote control, and I could just keep the DVR in my pocket and press this button and start the recording when I'm ready to go, and press that button and it stops. That's the basic operation of that. Now I'm kind of go through the specifics of the on-screen display. Put the battery in. The on-screen display will be just, I don't think there's any difference between the 650, the Angel Eye 650. If I get the battery cover on here, let me turn it around the right way, and the 750 model. There we go. Snaps on. And so the on-screen stuff, I think the only difference that I've been able to notice in looking at the 650 video online is that the 650 has internal memory, small internal memory, and the 750 does not. Okay, I have a it would be vibrating. You kind of hear that now because it says no signal because there's no camera plugged in. Now if I plug the camera in, what do I do with the camera? There it is. It immediately, there we go, go straight to the camera. And there's the little, kind of bring it into shot also, the little spy camera. Okay, if I unplug it, it goes back to no signal. I'm going to hit escape, and this will take me into one of the menus, and this is the first menu, the one that has your video modes. You can also just record, and matter of fact I just hit enter, and it's not going to do anything because it's looking for a camera. Escape. I'll move over. This is your audio record. Stay in focus. Let me try it from here, and I'll just zoom in a little bit. This is your audio record, and you can hit OK, and you can hit record, which is this is record button at the top, and it will start recording. And that's basically it. If you just want to record audio, hit escape, come over to the playback mode, and this is where all of your recordings are stored at. If you want to look at your video or your audio, and you can also take photos with this by a simple press of a button. I'm just going to go to the video one. I'll stay in focus. Okay, again, I'm in the playback folder. Let me back up. In the playback folder, the video folder, and hit OK, and now hit OK again. You pick which, by using buttons on the side here, you pick which video you want to go to. It shows blue on my screen here, but actually the one that I'm on, the text is in red. If I hit OK, it'll start your playback, and if there's audio connected with your video, you will hear that also. And this is just a short video of my quadcopter at the field. And matter of fact, you can kind of see as it's going along, you see the dropped frames, and that's at the lowest resolution, but it's enough to see what I'm doing, and kind of review some of the flights. Escape, escape again. They say you can go next over to the audio. If there's any audio files, they would be there. Escape. Go over to photos and hit OK. If you had taken any pictures, they would be there. Okay, I'm going to escape, escape, hit escape again. sorry, come back over to the camera, hit OK, hit OK again. Now it'll take me over to the record settings. Here is your resolution settings. If I hit OK, down at the bottom, I don't know if you can read that, it says 320 by 240. The next one is 640 by 480, and then it's 800 by 600. Again, for the using this as a DVR with my Fatshark goggles, the best results is with the lowest setting. The other two settings, it's just more drop frames. Come out of that one, we go down to the next one, and it's switch settings. There's a switch on the side right there, and you can move that switch and have it to do several things. And one, you can lock and standby, lock standby and record video, lock standby and record audio, and motion detection. Next, you got your record time. But when you record in segments, and you would see that when you do a playback. You say, if I want 5-minute segments, at that 5 minutes it will kind of do a break and start another chapter, or if you want to put it that way, and continue the recording. So when you play it back, you see a little jump between the videos. I put it at 30 minutes because I really didn't need any. So if you're using this to do a long recording, that way you can kind of jump between the chapters and to the next one type thing. Next thing, you have your vibration. You can turn that on or off. Go down to the next one. Frames per second. 10 frames, 20 frames, 30 frames per second. Of course, that does not help. You want it to record at 30 frames per second without dropping any frames, but as I mentioned, I could not get it to record smoothly with my Fatshark goggles, but it does record perfectly smoothly with the camera that it came with it, though at either resolution. So I tried doing the recording at 20 frames and 10 frames. Of course, I'm only making it less frames, so the recording is even more jittery. Remote control. And that was, again, this is going to the remote. You can have the remote control off, boot and record video, or boot and record audio. So I have it boot and record video. So when I press my remote, that's what it does. And that's the standard setting that when you receive one of these. Standby settings. This is the shutdown. You say never shut down. If it's not receiving any audio or video inputs, and you just have it sitting there, it will turn itself off. Basically, you have it never turn off for 20 seconds or 10 seconds. And Overwrite Enable. This allows you to, when you record to your micro SD card, to continue once it reaches to the end of the card. Per se, when the card is full, it will just start overwriting the earliest data on the card. So that's what that is. I'm gonna hit escape, come out of that, hit escape again, and let's see. The other thing I wanted to show you that I did also want to mention that I did change out the micro SD card. I had a class 4 card in the beginning when I first used this, and I thought maybe my card was not fast enough to keep up with the video. What I just did there was held down the power until it turned off. But I got a class 10 card, and then I checked the card on my computer, and it was definitely a lot faster than the card I had in there, just an 8 GB class 10 card, and it did not make any difference at all as far as the performance of it with, again, my Fatshark goggles and keeping up. On the top here, you have a speaker. You have a little audio hole there. On the side, I'm going to show this again. You got your audio, your video input, and you have video output here. You get a cable. Oop, I didn't put it up here. You get a little cable, I think, to hook that up via USB to your computer if you want to go video out. I just usually just take the card out. You got that little micro plug there, and this little switch, which I'm not quite entirely sure how that switch works, but it's not anything I wanted to use. Again, that's basically an overview of the Angel Eye 750 mini DVR. It's called the KS-750A mini DVR. Like I said, it's pretty good. I picked it up off of AliExpress for just over $64. There are other DVRs specifically more made for using with, say, Fatshark goggles and to record video with, that are closer to the $100 and above, that will probably perform better. I would believe, and there's videos online to take a look at those. But just want to do a quick review of the Angel Eye KS-750A, since there wasn't anything out there at all concerning. If you have any questions, just place a post and I'll try to answer any questions concerning this mini DVR. Have a good day. Oh, last thing I wanted to mention was right after this, I'm going to post 3 video samples using the Fatshark goggles with my quadcopter, and so that you can kind of see for yourself the frames, how bad the frame rate droppage is, utilizing the different resolution settings, so you can kind of take a look and see how it performs actually. Thanks.